Wait, you're trying to tell me that you squat and deadlift every day? The hell is wrong with you, man? You're gonna snap your shit up. You are an idiot. These are some of the comments I've been getting last few days when it comes to my programming, my philosophy, which is kind of like the consistent thing that's been happening ever since I kind of started on the channel. There's guys that come on here and they're like, that's not status quo, man, what are you doing? I guess these people haven't bothered to read up about this type of training. They haven't bothered to kind of listen to the videos that I've done in the past. And they ask questions like, what is your goal? Like, why are you doing this? Are you just trying to show off? Basically, for those people who are listening, who are criticizing me, just think of it like this. So you walk every day. You breathe every day. You do a lot of things every day. So why can't I do squat and deadlift every day? Predominantly squat. The deadlift thing is a very fresh idea. Might not stick around for the long run, but right now I'm loving it. But why can't I squat every day? It's all about relativity. If I said to you, run every day, would you run a marathon every day? Now, I'm sure guys have done this, like for a month. I have heard this. But it's not a smart idea to do a marathon every day. Just like it's not a good idea for you to go and max out every day, both the wall around your spine and snap seat it up. That's not a smart idea. Now, if I said to you, go squat the bar every single day in your current program, would you say that's wrong? There's nothing wrong with doing suboptimal or sub-maximal weight every single day. In fact, it is better for you. It is better for the nervous system to understand the skill, the sport that you're trying to do. So that is all I'm doing. Amongst other many different benefits of it, this is all I'm trying to do. If you want to do more reading about this topic, I've said this many times in the past, read a book called Squat Every Day by Matt Perriman. This is basically the last nail in the coffin for me when it comes to my philosophy. The philosophy basically was sold to me by Matt Perriman after I read his book. That led me to read Power to the People, Pavel Tsutsouline. And so these are the type of people that I kind of get attracted to when it comes to philosophy of training. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I start every session, deadlift. This is the new thing. I do 40 kilos, 5 sets of 10. This morning, same thing. I walked in, do that right away. And today decided to do a bit more high reps on the squats. So I did basically sets of 10 all the way to 140. And then I did a single 160 and a 180. But yeah, body's feeling unbelievable. The glutes basically don't have DOMs, the glutes and hamstring, but they kind of feel like they're engaged all the time. The slide deadlifting is a beautiful activation exercise. I just feel like I can effortlessly get into a squat now because of this movement. Leading up to the squat, it just feels freaking amazing. I've said this many times in the past, movement is medicine. Somebody asked me as well if I stretch and how long I stretch. I don't stretch, man. I've tried this in the past. I've gained some flexibility, but to no benefit to me in my lifting. Now, when I say stretching, I'm talking about static stretching, where you hold your leg out and you stretch your hamstring and adductors and whatever. I don't tend to find that all that helpful. Now, I do stretch. I sit in the bottom of the squat. Actually, I do that throughout the day a number of times, like various different stances where I kind of just sit down and I stick my elbows into my knees and I just kind of sit there for a little bit, not very long, like 20 seconds or something like that, and I just kind of explore the end ranges of motion. So I guess you can call that stretching, but not in the traditional sense where I just basically pull up a chair and I stick my leg up and I stretch like that. I don't find that useful. By the way, if you're stretching hamstrings and you feel that burning sensation on the back of your leg, that is, you're not stretching a muscle there. That's kind of like the nerve being compressed and pulled, and so anytime you feel kind of like a burning sensation, most often it's a nerve trapped or pulled or squeezed or something like that. When you stretch muscle, you shouldn't feel any head burning. You should feel tension. But yeah, so it's about distinguishing the differences of stretching. So yeah, I don't stretch. I just basically squat every day, and that's another benefit for some of you guys that are criticizing me. When you move every day, when you get into the ATG every single day, you don't basically need to squat to stretch every day. My body's just always kind of ready to get into those positions. Now, I advise people to do that for any movement that they're doing. Obviously, loading becomes a paramount thing. You don't want to be loading too much and hurting yourself. Obviously, the lower extremities like the hip, knee, and ankle are a lot more tougher than the shoulder. The shoulder is a very mobile joint, but it's not very, very strong. So you got to be very, very careful. If you're going to do something like this for the bench press, I would advise you to take it easy and maybe do even less of a percentage on a daily. But yeah, feeling great, absolutely feeling great. I can't believe that I've gotten here from where I started 4 or 5 days ago when I had that dreadful deadlifting session. So currently the plan is to do the warm-up kind of routine every single day with the deadlift, and then once a week do some sort of volume where I after the squat come back to the deadlift and I do some volume. I don't know, 100 kilos for 5 sets of 10 or something like that. It's still not very great. And then on top of that, once a week also try and give the deadlift a bit of a tinkle. Just put on a moderately a heavy weight and do it for a single, making sure that the spine is perfectly aligned, making sure the lumbar is always perfectly aligned. I'm not a fan of compromising positioning for extra few kilos. So a few days ago I did 210 kilos, which was to my surprise. So let's see how it goes. Just this deadlifting every day and a bit of a tinkle once in a while. Body's responded really, really well. The TFL issue that I have in my hip, which it's the TFL region, but I've started to think maybe it's something else as well. Kind of like a what do you call it? A quad rectus femoris origin. The TFL and the rectus femoris origin are very, very close in location. So I'm kind of like, when I palpate this area, I think to myself, maybe it's the rectus femoris, which is also why, now, I don't know if you're seeing on the screen now because I can't see it, but I've introduced also leg extensions purely for the reason of hitting the rectus femoris, which gets quite good activation when you are in this type of position. So anyway, legs feeling great, everything's feeling great. I feel like I'm in a good spot right now. I feel like I'm getting stronger. But yeah, I think the deadlift is going to return some balance and make me feel a little bit better overall. Alright guys, that's it for today again. Another early session, 4:40 get up. So it's now 5:40, 5:50. So 1 hour session. I've managed to do all of this and yeah, get ready and go to work. Alright guys, you guys have a good day and also a very good workout. Catches.